Make sure I got my comments right. Let me do a poll question. C7, what's up, baby? How you doing? Is my audio good? How's my audio, bro? We're doing fantastic, man. Charged up, baby. Let's go. Down a little bit. Is that better? Is that better, C7? I want it to be backgroundish, not that takes over the speaker. You feel me? Give people an opportunity to come on in, family. We know it's sketcherific, y'all. We know it's sketcherific, man. Listen, bro, you gonna make it rough for you the whole stream, bro. And let me be honest with y'all though. I think that dang. Are we gonna give people an opportunity to come on in? Relationship goals, man. Come on. Let's talk about it, y'all. Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it, man. How y'all doing out there, world? Y'all doing all right? We're gonna talk about it today. Give people a couple more minutes to come on in, and then we're gonna hit the topic. But C7, how you doing? The sketcher said it doesn't start till she's here. That's amazing. That is amazing. Let me make sure I'm not missing comments. Let's see. So I'm not in a relationship, but I'm not sure how to speak on this topic. No problem, bro. I got you. I got you covered, bro. The first key to a relationship is smelling good. The fragrance of choice today is Mont Blanc Legend. Okay? That's the first key. You want to have a successful relationship? Smell good. Mont Blanc Legend. Smell good. Perfume. What's up, Maz or Maze? What's going on, Jonathan? How y'all feeling? We're going to get ready to get started, man. Oh, no, he's giving. Yeah, man. Yeah. The first thing before we even start, smell good. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Smell good. You know what I mean? At least knock that part out the way. Smell good. Look your best. Feel your best. Think your best. It's going to take you a long way. But now that we got that out the way, Relationship goals, y'all. First and foremost, let's do a little exercise, okay? The exercise is going to be this. I want you guys to put in the chat what makes a good relationship. What qualities do you look for in a relationship? What makes a good relationship? Is it the looks? Is it the hygiene? Is it the a caring person, a kind person? Drop it in the chat. What do you look for in a relationship, family? He said character. I see you. You copying all this? No problem, bro. That's why we do it, baby. Or drop it in the chat. What do you look for in a relationship? People be like, man, I thought this was only a fitness channel. Well, you thought wrong. I'm sorry. I do a lot of fitness stuff, but I also do mental fitness. Right? There's no point of having big biceps and your brain's like, pew. You want big biceps and you also want a mind, y'all. Let's go. And that's something. You can't just have nice glutes and no mind. Hello. C7 said character. Somebody else. What do you look for in a relationship? Let's stir the pot. Jonathan says good communication and trust. I like that. I like that. Good communication, trust. We got character. We rolling, y'all. We rolling. We rolling. Okay. What did you look for when you found your wife, ho man? Those characters that you just said. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say that looks don't play a role. They do. I think you should definitely like to look at or have something that you like about your other significant other, right? But that ain't the only thing. So what do I look for? I'm gonna get to that. Someone I can grow with and help grow, mutual love, understanding, patient, yet held to a healthy standard that pushes us both to achieve goals in life while affording it. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. Now that you guys have said what you look for in a relationship, the next question is, are you what you put in the comments? Are you what you put in the comments? Do you have those qualities? Let's go, fam. Let's go. Do you have the qualities that you are looking for? I'm very characteristic. Yes, sir. I'm very characteristic. Okay. Parsa Parsa Faye, where are you from? I'm from America. Where are you from? You said I'm very characteristic. So you're saying you carry those same characteristics? Is that what you're saying? Not consistently enough to enter a relationship? Okay. Listen, this is why we doing this. Relationship goals. Relationship goals. The question is, are you what you're looking for in someone else? That's the question, yo. That's the question. You from Iran? Parser. Shout out to Iran. Much love from America. So not consistently enough. C7 says he does have the characteristics. Fourth wall, what up, my bro? I haven't met my own standards yet. Okay. Okay, at least that's being honest. That's being very honest. But at the same time, a lot of people the sex life, look at the sex life to it. Is it good, boring, sad, right? What do you mean? Like they look at the sex life to it? Listen, I'm gonna be real raw with y'all today because I love you. So let me get my drink. What's your name, Parsafe? My name is the whole man, aka Trill Will. What is your name? So you guys feel me, right? Are we together? We're together with this? Whatever qualities that you put that you're looking for, you want to make sure that you are those qualities or you're working towards those qualities. You understand what I'm saying? C7 said people in a relationship just from intercourse with each other, but they share nothing in common and they're hating each other. Yeah, C7, if you do intercourse early, you're not going to know anything about the person. You're going to be blinded by the lights. Blinded by the lights. You're going to be blinded, bro. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you. If you do it early, you're not going to see any of the things that you need to see in the person. Parsafe, nice to meet you too. Welcome to the Grow Gang, Parsafe. Good to see you. Thank you for dropping in. We're talking about relationship goals, y'all. So if you fourth wall, so he did okay. Congrats, fourth wall. So the things that you look for in a partner, in a relationship, you want to first make sure that you are what you're looking for. That's number one. That's step one. All right. Are you what you're looking for? Is that fair? If you agree with that, put a one in the chat. If you disagree, put a two. If you agree, put a one. If you disagree, put a two. Sketcher agrees. C7 agrees. Okay. All right. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. Fourth wall said, pay up, Mechi. Fourth wall said, pay up. One, what up, one? How you doing, my brother? Welcome back, man. So, does anybody disagree that for your relationship, you got to be either working towards what you're looking for or you got to already be in that vicinity, right? You got a lot of people, man. I'm gonna give it to y'all raw because I love you, right? There's a lot of people that want men in great shape or women in great shape, and they're not achieving their own fitness goals. Or they want men or women that are financially stable and they're not working on their credit or working on their finances, right? I'm not saying you have to be a guru in what you want to see in a man, right? But what I am saying is, are you working towards that what you want in someone else? Are you working towards it within yourself? I think that's very important because it takes two to tango. All right. You follow what I'm saying? So number one, are you what you're looking for, or are you headed in that direction for what you're looking for? That's number one, y'all. Check. We're gonna check that box off. By the way, number zero was make sure you smell good. The fragrance of choice today is Mont Blanc Legend. Make sure you smell good while you're pursuing a relationship. All right. Don't be looking for nobody and you don't smell good. That's rule number zero. Smell good while you're in pursuit of a relationship. All right. That's number zero. All right. Now we're gonna move on because I think everybody agree with that. Everybody agrees with that. PFF, I always smell good. Got the dove. Yeah, we can't smell through the screen, so we're just gonna trust what you're saying, brother. You know what I mean? But that was number 0. Smell good. Rule number 1, or not even rule number 1. Bullet point number 1. Be what you're looking for. Be that within yourself. All right. All right. Number 2, relationship goals. Right. That's what we're talking about. Right. Relationship goals have less to do. Let me make sure I'm not too loud on the music. Relationship goals have less to do with finding another person. It has much more to do with you finding yourself. All right. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it again. Relationship goals has less to do with you finding another person, and it has more to do with you finding yourself. Yourself. What does that mean? I'm glad you asked. Do you know who you are, and do you know what you're looking for? I think that's very, very important. Hold on. I think that's very important. Like, you want to find someone like you. C7, not someone like you, right? But someone that can complement you, right? But before you can find that person, do you know who you are? Meaning, do you really know your true identity? You understand what I'm saying? Because if you don't know who you are, how do you know what you're looking for? That's why with relationship goals, how I rock, right? Before we jump on like different people or, different relationships or this person, that person, it all starts with us first. What are we looking for? And if we're looking for the skills that we also possess. What up, Mini Dom? Right? Are we looking for the skills that we already possess, or we're moving toward possessing, right? That's number 1, right? Number 2, which is what we just said, is, do you know who you are? So then you know what you really need as a partner. You follow what I'm saying? Fourth wall and Nechi. I got to reel y'all in. Where you at? Fourth wall, Nechi. Where y'all at? Hold on. I think I got a big one. Right? Do you know who you are so that you then know what you're looking for? Also, you want to be a good man. You can't be, that's very true, C7. You got to be what you're looking for. You follow what I'm saying? We got to be what we're looking for, but we also got to know what we're looking for. What do you really need? Who are you as a person? Has anybody ever took a step back and said, you know what, man? What do I really need as a person? Who am I as a person? What do I stand on? Right? A lot of times people get scared. I used to get scared about like divorce, right? Everyone talks about how high the divorce rate is, right? One question I ask people, I've done some marital counseling in the past. Um, I'm not too far removed from marital counseling, right? You got to be what you're looking for. That's right, Mini Dom. I'm not too far removed from marital counseling, right? The question I ask most married people or someone that is looking to be married is, what is the foundation? I have Mini Dom. What is the foundation of your relationship? Every relationship, whether it is a relationship where it's, um, a marriage or dating or even friendships, even friendships, they all have foundation. You should be able to peel back any friendship, any marriage, any relationship. Let's just say it, period, any relationship. And you should be able to tell me or someone else, or even yourself, look yourself in the mirror, be able to say, what is the foundation of this relationship? Every relationship needs a foundation. Now, if we don't know who we are and we don't know what we're looking for, we definitely don't know a foundation. That's why I say with relationship goals, this is less about your future spouse or your future boyfriend or girlfriend, and this is a lot more about who you are as a person and who you're trying to become. Because you can date anybody. You know what I mean? But the reality is, what is the foundation that we can build on so that the relationship lasts? So let me know, y'all. Let me know in the comments, what are some good foundations to build your relationship on? What are some good foundations to build your relationship on? This is a hard one, you guys, because most people don't talk about foundations. And I get it. Raphael, I see you, bro. I see you, bro. Top of the afternoon to you, man. What are some good foundations that we can build on? Put them up in the comments, yo. Listen, we hold over here. We lift weights, but we also lift people. We lift their mind. We lift their relationships. It's about wholeness. Let's go. Next, he says, trust is a great start for a foundation. I agree with that. Uh, I guess, Nechi, my question to that would be, um, trust based on what? What are we trusting the person based on? Roger that. Good to see you too, bro. Good to see you too, Roger that. Open communication. So you're saying the relationship is based on open communication? So like us being able to talk freely, communications, boundaries, respect. Okay, I can see that. So these are foundational pieces, you guys. Mini Dom says open communication. I like that. Greed says integrity must be first. I like that too. I guess integrity for you is almost like trust, trusting that they have your best interests at heart, similar values, beliefs, or values and beliefs in life. Okay, okay. So let me ask you guys this, right? Let me ask you guys this. How do you build on a foundation of communication? Is it just you communicating back and forth? Or what makes it a foundation? What makes communication a foundation? I believe that I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying, how do I build on? Because foundation is the bottom of the building, right? Foundation is the bottom of the building. When you build on a foundation, you have something to rest the rest of the material on. The communication can rest on that material. Trust can rest on that material, right? Yeah, do your thing, Raphael. Do your thing, brother. By putting in the work, okay, okay. Also, maturity as a foundation. Maturity can maturity. I guess. So I guess I'll say this, right? I'll say this, right? When we talk about foundational pieces, right? I think that we have to really think about what foundation means. Foundation is what you build upon. It has to be unmovable. It has to be unshakable. Our communication is not always unmovable, unshakable. Sometimes our integrity gets tested. Integrity will tell me in advance, trust someone that moves pieces into place itself. Okay. But integrity can change, communication can change, feelings can change, right? All those things can change. Am I right or am I wrong? Can communication change? Can trust change? Can respect change? Having all the hard conversations about what you may want to achieve in life and seeing you both are in similar path can help trust each other. True. And Nechi, let me ask you this question. Can that change? When we talk about foundations, the foundation of a building, if the foundation of the building changes, I'm going to tell you this, guys. Take this little snippet and put it in your chest. If if a building changes foundation, the whole building collapses because the foundation is what you build upon. You follow me? If the foundation of the building, if you move the foundation, you have no building. You have no building, right? Foundation has to be unmovable. unshakable, because you can then build on it. Now, when you build upon it, those things can be shaky, but the foundation can't be shaky. Do y'all hear where I'm coming from? Let me get a sip, man. Listen. By the way, none of this matters if you don't smell good. If you don't smell good, nothing what I'm saying, none of it matters if you don't smell good. Okay, none of it matters. All right. Not many can love like that. I agree. So check this out. I'm glad you guys are saying that. What is the only what is the only thing that is immovable and unshakable? What is the only thing that is unmovable and unshakable? Okay, let me make sure. I agree. The foundation cannot be shaken to have a stable relationship. That's correct. Most people, when I was doing marital counseling, they couldn't tell me their foundation that was unshakable. Hence why, when the waves came in and started blowing to and fro, their relationship started flaking as well. And I understand the relationships are hard, so I'm not knocking. The best way to go is alone. God told us to seek Him, not happiness here on earth. The Bible taught me that we're supposed to be alone and only take a wife if we cannot control ourselves. Okay, that's an interesting perspective as well. What Nechi, I was correcting myself. We are women, not females. Who said females? I don't know. Oh, he said female story. I got you. Yeah, she gonna get you right, bro. You already know that. You already know she gonna get you right. Um, I mean, to what you are saying, Greed. Paul says, "I rather for you not to marry," right? But if you want to marry, marry, right? But the reality is, he was speaking to a particular group of people at that specific time, because he didn't want there to be a divide between God's purpose for their life and their current desires, right? But this is the thing: everyone is not meant to be single. I know I'm not. So what are you asking? Well, okay. Uh, Net, you read the paragraph I said I was correcting my word. Okay, got you. So let's get back on. Let's get back. Let's get back, family. So check it out. So, what is, in your opinion, the only foundation that is unmovable? Nicole Mason, what's up, Nicole? Respect, fourth wall. Respect can change. Respect can change. Let me know if you want me to be honest. I'll tell you guys the answer. Put a one in the chat if you want me to be honest. If you want me to give you the answer, put a one in the chat. I'll give you the answer. And whoever malfunctions, and whoever receives it with grace, receives it with grace. That's how we're gonna do it. That's how we're gonna do it, Joe. By the way, we're trying to be whole over here, right? So I'm gonna give it to you real. All right. All right. Like I said earlier, if you don't smell good, none of this matters. Okay. Right? If you don't smell good, none of this matters. All right. So the cologne of choice, I said it, this is number 4. The cologne of choice today is Mont Blanc Legend. All right. Right. As you're in pursuit of your relationship, smell good. Okay. All right. Now that's not a foundation. I'm just telling you. Listen, it can be a deal breaker. I'm telling you. Smell is important, brother. You go over there talking about, you got all these qualities and you don't smell right. You're not gonna have a relationship, brother. The only unmovable or immovable thing that I've ever came across in my life is God Himself. Hello, God. Oh yeah, you guys there? Okay. So if I build, notice I didn't say. I'm gonna say this. I know some people might get a little funny, and that's okay. I'm gonna be me, man. The results are loading, okay? Notice I didn't say your belief about God. Notice I didn't say your church meeting. I didn't say your church meeting. All right. Notice I didn't say that, right? What I am saying is if you believe in God, if God is real to you, right? Consider that being the foundation, because there's no way that God is real if God is movable. Think about that. Hello. You guys picked the topic. I just rock with it. If God is immovable, then he must be my foundation. And guess what that means, y'all? Y'all ready? Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this? Doom, 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 doom. That means that you cannot be the foundation of the relationship. Hello. I know some people are malfunctioning. Come on. Come back in. Come on. The water's fine. If God is your foundation, you cannot be the foundation as well. Y'all doing all right out there? It's getting hot. I know it's getting hot in here. How come we didn't know this? Many down. They don't be telling you everything. That's why the whole man is here with the Grow Gang and we talking about it. Amen. Say it for the people in the back. That's right. I heard a man complain about women not following men's rule. I thought men were supposed to follow. That is correct, Nechi. That's correct. Check this out. Check this out. When someone asks me, shouldn't I be following my husband, or if a man says, shouldn't my wife be following me? I always say, you follow God, then she should follow you. If you ain't following God, she shouldn't follow you. Hello. Listen, I know this is gonna break everyone's thought process, but guess what? I love you enough to tell you the truth. Let's go. You're at the gym. That's very good, bro. Keep going. So you think if you and your significant other both read the Bible and stay true, hey, C7, you can read the Bible till you're blue in the face. Hello. I'm gonna say this. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Come on in. The water's fine. I promise you. Listen, you can read the Bible till you're blue in the face. But if the Bible is not in your heart, it don't matter. You can quote scripture from here to thy kingdom come. But if it's not in your heart, it don't matter. Hello. They want us to follow them to hell. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. C7, she's saying if they're not following. She's saying if they're not following. This is why I put God first. Amen. Amen. Listen, you guys, this is not directed towards anyone. We're talking general talk here. Let's come back on the screen. All right. All right. Because C7 earlier you said it was females, and then she clapped back with the male thing, and you're like, we're not all like that. Well, you didn't say that with the female thing. Let's go. So check this out. Check this out. Check this out. And this is only because it got brought up. We're talking about foundation, okay? I can read anything, any piece of literature. And because I read the piece of literature, it doesn't mean that it's on my heart. It can just be in my mind. I can recite things that I don't truly live out, right? So let me help you out. If you're reciting it and it's not in here, you're good at remembering and you're good at reciting, but you're not good at living it. And it's not true to you until you live it out. And that's facts, y'all. Hit the like button, man. I'm sorry, but I ain't. You feel what I'm saying? How do you know that it's in your heart? You know that it's in your heart when it's a part of your fabric. It's who you are. It's not what you do. I'll make it more simple, right? You know it's in your heart when it's a part or it's who you are and you do it because it's who you are, not you just do it because it's set to do it. Does that make sense? So I'll tell you, I'll give you an example. I don't do I don't do things to be saved. Because I am saved, I do things. You know what I'm saying? Right? I don't lift weights because I want to be a weightlifter. I lift weights because I am a weightlifter. I actually do it out of want versus obligation. Nechi, I do it out of love. Good question. I do it out of love. You know what I'm saying? I do it out of love versus obligation. There you go. So you can say want. Want is safe too. LV says stuff is the goat in here. Okay, LV. You understand what I'm saying? So this is the conundrum, guys. The conundrum is I can say all the right things. Listen, this is about relationships, right? In the beginning of relationship, everyone is in the cupcake phase, at least for the most part. You're on your best behavior. You're saying all the right things. You don't know what the person does yet. You don't know if they burp. You don't know if they fart in their sleep. You don't know if they clean their ears. You don't know anything about the person. Everyone's on their best behavior. As time goes on, you start to learn more and more about the person. That boy says my brain's gonna explode. Listen, go get another sip of water, man. Romans says, but he is a Jew, which is one inwardly and circumcision of the heart and spirit, not the letter, who's prayed. There you go, Raphael. Some people have the letter and not the life. You need both. Hello. All right. You don't know anything about the other people. I'll tell you why. These people that we're meeting are from different lineages of people. They have different backgrounds. Some of them come from different countries, different states. They have a whole ancestral history of different things that their families had to overcome. And here it is, you come from another side of the world or whatever, other side of the county, and you guys are trying to make that work. Without proper foundation, guess what? You're going to always be building and never be built. Man, this is getting so good. God is so good, y'all. You're going to be tired because you're always going to be building and it's never going to be built. You ain't going to be able to decorate, never. Greed say we spitting facts. That's what I'm talking about. Raphael say amen. Amen to you, bro. Right? You always spitting fact. It hurts, but it feels so good. Yeah. You know why? Because I'm speaking to your spirit, not your flesh. Your flesh want me to say, go get the chick, that's twerking on the screen. Your spirit is saying, I need real love, man. That's why you're here. You know what I'm saying? I don't speak to your flesh. Wrong channel, bro. You know what I'm saying? Truth hurts, but we need to grow together. Hey, grow, brother. Yeah, that's it. Listen, when you go to the gym, you don't go because it feels so good. You go because it hurts so good, because you know that if I lift, eventually I'm going to build muscle tissue. It's going to help my sugar metabolism. It's going to help me be strong as I get older. You lift because of the benefits, right? Well, guess what? That's the same way that truth works. Truth comes in, it cuts you up a little bit. You might cry. You might be mad. Hey, you might even be mad at me. I might not see you for a month, right? But guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to be praying for you, and I'm going to be smelling good. And I'm going to welcome you back and say what's up like nothing ever happened. Mm-hmm. Because you know the truth, right? And the truth, guess what, y'all? Guess what? It don't say that relationship sets you free. It says the truth sets you free. Let's go. Let's go. Well, so foundation. Does anybody disagree with the foundation, y'all? Help me out. I'm not always right. Does anybody disagree with the solid foundation? Fourth wall said, no, okay. And you shall know the truth and the truth. There you go, Raphael. And you know what else? You know what else I realized, y'all? You know what else I realized? When it comes to our relationship with God, right? I think that some of us, and this is just being honest, okay? Right? Some of us are too robotic in our belief system. And when you're robotic, you know what happens? You are living by your religion and not your relationship with God. Okay? When you're too robotic, you rob yourself of the freedom that you can have in the Holy Spirit. I'm gonna just drop that nugget. You have a house built, but I'm not disagreeing with your foundation. You have a house built. I'm not disagreeing with your foundation. Got you. Got you. Got you. All right. So, with that being said, right? Foundation. Notice this is the three things we talked about for relationships, right? We talked about smelling good. I know people are like, why are we talking about smelling good? Because that's a big thing, y'all. Listen, smell good. All right. Take care of your hygiene, right? Cleanliness is next to godliness, right? Number two was, are you or do you possess the qualities that you look for in the other person? All right. That's even if you got friends. Even if you have friends, you want friends to be trustworthy, you want friends to be accountable. Guess what? Make sure you're trustworthy and accountable. Trust the best deodorant on earth is lemons. Agreed. I ain't tried that yet. I use Dove for men. But if them lemons working, brother, keep rocking. All right. I'm gonna keep rocking with Mont Blanc for I'm just playing. All right. Do you possess that what you're looking for? Do you possess that what you're looking for in the other person? Do you possess it? If you don't possess it, you may not be ready for a relationship yet. You're working on yourself. The number one thing to relationships is working on yourself. If you want a serious relationship, if you're not been in a serious relationship, forget what I'm saying. Don't worry about smelling good. Don't worry about thinking good. Just do your thing. All right. But are you what you're looking for? Too often, people want people that are doing 100 things better than they are, and they're not holding themselves to the same standard. That's right, Raphael. You can't hold someone to a standard. There you go. There you go. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're not what you're looking for yet, at least be on the way, right? Can y'all say on the way? Can somebody say on the way? If I'm not what I'm looking for yet, at least be on the way. On the way. Right? Can we be on the way? On the way. Right? That's what going and growing is. On the way. We on the way. Right? There we go. You're on the way. There's power when you say things, because when you say it, you start to believe it. And when you believe it, you become unstoppable. Let's go. All right. So you're on the way, right? And then we talked about foundation. Notice we haven't even talked about the other person yet. You understand what I'm saying? We haven't even mentioned the other person yet. I was looking for a relationship for a long time while not being able to even handle my friendship. That was huge. There you go. There you go. There you go. Right? Foundation. What are we building it on? Right? Right? What are we building it on? I'm going to tell you guys what are not foundations, okay? She has a great smile. That's not a foundation, buddy. All right? Number one, She ain't the only one with a great smile. Why is she right for you? Hello, right? You cannot build a foundation on a great smile. Okay, she has a great body. I'm not saying it's not okay to have something you like. I'm never going to tell you to find something you don't like. But this is what I'm saying. If the qualities are only things you can see and not experience, it's going to become a heartache before you know it. And if it ain't a heartache, it's going to be a headache first. Okay, right? Him saying the right things at the right time is not a foundation. During the cupcake phase, I call it the cupcake phase because everything is sweet. You opening the door and stuff for them, falling asleep on the phone together, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, you got to work. Y'all on the phone listening to each other slob and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And you're doing all that stuff because it's early. There's different juices early, right? You don't know the full person yet. So everything is fresh. You know what I'm saying? You putting on your best, you're doing your best, you're saying your best. The person says something, oh honey, don't worry. It's all good. It's all love. Because you're in the cupcake phase. All right. What is the foundation where when the cupcake phase runs out, what do we have to stand on? All right. Let me read a couple questions. Heartache. That's right. What do you think about people looking for husbands, wives without making sure that they want to be a husband and wife themselves? Nechi, I think that is called insanity. You're going in a circle. You're looking for husband and wives, and you don't even know if you want to be one. You're not ready for a relationship that like that. You haven't found out rule number two. Was it one or two? One, two, three, 1 through 4. You haven't listened or grasped rule 1 through 4, which is, do you know who you are? So then you know what you need. Let me ask y'all this. How do you know what you need if you don't know who you are? Can y'all help me out with that? Help me out. I need help. I need help. Help me out. A lot of people are looking for a relationship where they're not ready. C7, the best ability is being able to work on yourself. Work on yourself, and guess what? You're going to run into your spouse. Let's go. People naturally want what we shouldn't have. Agreed. Agreed. I think we want others to tell us what we need. We do because we yearn to belong, and we long to be a part of, but really and truly, we need to be a part of a good foundation within ourselves. What is your foundation? Forget the other person. What is your foundation? A lot of people say there's no good men, there's no good women. You don't even know what you need because you don't know who you are yet. Mrs. White says it may not be a relationship they're looking for, probably companionship or friendship. I agree with that. I just think that if you're looking for companionship or friendship, you should possess some of the qualities, maybe all of them, of what you're looking for in the other person. You follow what I'm saying? Right? Too many people want what they're not trying to get for themselves. All right. If you want a godly woman, all right, don't think because you know how to recite scripture that you're a godly man. And she said, I personally found out I was yes, that's a lot of people do that. You're not alone. Listen, none of this that we're saying is exclusive to anyone, right? Greed says, I never find it. Raphael says, even the devil quotes scripture. That is a fact. The devil knows the scriptures better than you do. So you can't outquote him, but you know what you can do? You can outlive him with a life that is reflective of your belief, y'all. So we got to make sure our relationship with God, there you go. Raphael. And guess what? You know how you make it tight? By just opening up your heart and letting him, right? Letting him fulfill your desires, letting him fill you up with his love, his grace, his mercy, etc., etc. The problem today is we do too much of doing and we don't rest in what has been done. Are we preaching today? What's going on? I don't understand this. We focus too much on working and not enough on the finished work. Hello. It's getting good, y'all. You asked me what my foundation was, but I said resilience. But God, I'm still working on it. A fourth wall. That's an honest assessment, bro. I think that's healthy. None of this is to get anybody down. People will hear this kind of stuff and say, oh my goodness, it's making me feel down. Listen, all it's doing is making you look at yourself in the mirror so that you can grow. The problem today is everyone just want to, hey, C7, you're right about that. It's all about the flesh, right? Right? But if you rest in the finished work, then guess what? Then you can properly receive love from God. And guess what? Then you can properly give it away. I got a public service announcement. You guys ready? Come in closer. Come in. Come in. Come in. Come in. Hello. If you don't know or possess love, you can't give it away. You can't give what you don't have. Right? You cannot give what you don't have, family. Hello. So if you have some deep wounds in your life or some deep cuts and you need restoration and things like that, you got to let God restore you. You're not going to find that in a man or a woman. Hello. Hello. Hello, Ms. Mason. Intimacy is the closest we will ever get to another human soul. People turn it into a hobby, but the world ain't ready for that topic. Reed, they're not ready for that topic at all because the world ain't trying to talk about this, man. Listen, if I was in here talking some other craziness, you know what I'm saying? Talking some, I was before I got to this one, something popped up in my thing, and the guy's on there talking. I don't even know what he's saying, and he's got like 40 people in there listening to him because he lives in the woods, and he's talking crazy, and everybody's watching it. They're like, "Oh my goodness, this is the greatest thing known to man." I started to realize people ain't trying to hear this kind of stuff, man. The world would love you if you were a Luciferian. Oh yeah, Greed. If I was doing that, I mean, I'd be. But I don't care. You know what I mean? I don't care because that's not my calling. That ain't my calling. So I'm good. This is from the heart. I guess what it is I'm having trouble with is I don't really have the patience. I have read the Bible, but that is my problem. I got you, fourth wall. Listen, you never know. You guys keep praying and you never know. We may just have some study in Discord. We might just have some study in Discord, y'all. You never know. Are you Muslim? Am I Muslim? Achara Buar. Am I Muslim? Is that what you're asking me? Am I Muslim? I know, brother, just making the point. Just making the point. Which point were you making? My bad, Greed. Which point were you making? My bad. I'm very unorthodox. I told you that. I'm very unorthodox. When I say unorthodox, I mean I would love to hear what God is showing you all. For sure. You never know. It may be a Discord jump off, family. About the world loving you if you were evil. Oh no. I was actually agreeing with you, Greed. Like and the reason why I was so passionate about it is because I was just having a conversation with somebody about it. But I was agreeing with you, brother. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So with that being said, right? I don't know about study. What do you mean, fourth wall? We're gonna get back on relationships, right? So far, just a little light recap. All right, hit a few sets, brother. Rule number 0: if we read the Bible, if we read the Bible at least 4 times a week, you will see a massive difference in your life. I can agree with that. I can agree with that, Greed. This would be my only pushback, Greed. You ready? This is my only pushback. Are you reading it as bread of life, or as are you reading it under compulsion? That would be the only thing I would say about that. And I read every day. Matter of fact, let me see if I have my streak up here. I can barely read instructions. You said study like the Bible, and I said I don't know about that. Oh, I'm talking about like something in Discord if people wanted to do it. Okay, this is my streak, and I ain't flexing, y'all. I'm just talking about consistency. All right, this is my streak in the app. You see this streak right there? You guys see the streak in the app right there? Consistency is lit, y'all. You see the streak? I need it. That's why I keep streaking like that. I don't streak because I don't even show people that. That's 403 days straight. So if you miss a day, it'll break your streak. If you miss a day, it'll break your streak. Okay. Um, we're proud of you for your day. Hey, thank you, bro. I really don't use it as a flex. I use it as a way to keep myself in check. You know what I mean? Let me see my best streak. Can you guys see it? I don't know if you guys can see it. Do you see my best streak under it? See where it says best streak? Can you guys see that? I always get triple numbers for some reason. The best streak was 888 days before I broke it. Next year, we were forced to read as a child too, for sure. I didn't like that. I didn't like being forced to read, but I read it as an instruction manual, God's way of teaching us how we're supposed to live. Read, that's definitely a way of reading it. I like the accountability of the app. Yes, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. You start to like build up momentum, if you will. 888. You saw that? I salute the consistency. 1 year straight of the Bible. My best streak, C7, is 888 days. That's my best streak. Now my brain shuts down when I read. It'll be something that you get stronger at. It may not be something that you feel strong in right now, but what you're dealing with right now is not where you're gonna end up. Yeah, my best streak, I don't know why. I always get triple numbers for anything. So my best streak was 888 days. And then I had a hiccup somewhere. All right. But consistency, you know how everybody walking around talking about this is lit, that is lit, this is lit, that is lit. Consistency is lit. If you want to be lit, be consistent. I salute you right back, bro. I salute you right back. That's a good example for me. Good example of consistent things. Well, I've been listening to the Bible a lot when taking showers, doing chores, hitting the gym. Appreciate you, Greed. Raphael, I agree that is good. If it works for you, right? I found out that when I read too much, I was becoming robotic, and I wasn't actually focusing on what I was reading. I was just trying to get mileage. You understand what I'm saying? It was almost like doing cardio. The more I read, the more I felt like I was connected. And that wasn't the connection. The connection was understanding while also letting the word actually work on my heart. That's where the power came in for me. When I used to read it around the clock, I became very robotic and I became less relational. And you don't want that either. Have you found short stories to read? Short stories like books, fourth wall? I have a couple books that I like, that I think are helpful. Yes, I became a God bot, right? And God bot is very hard to live like that. There you go, Raphael. Because you know why? There's a thin line between having a religion with God and having a relationship with God. Very, very thin line. The line's very thin, you guys. It's very thin. Hello. It's very, very thin. So that was the three things for relationships. Um, Bullet point number 0 was smell good. If you don't smell good, forget everything else I'm saying. All right. Number 1. All right. What you're looking for in everything in moderation. Agreed. What you're looking, because you know what I realized when I was a God bot, I realized that I'm a human. And if you treat yourself like a robot and a machine, you're not going to have the joy of the Lord. And I didn't have it. I was talking about it. I was having it in moments and pockets, at church and in different pockets. I was having joy and talking to people that are like minded, but I didn't have joy for in everything. You know what I mean? I would only have joy in those joyous moments. So I said, something is wrong here. I need to be able to experience joy because if God is my foundation, even when I'm going through a rough time and I don't feel good, I should still have the joy of the Lord in my heart. And that was the challenge that I got. And I accepted the challenge. Arushan Reddy, what's up, man? How you feeling, bro? You understand what I'm saying? So smell good, right? The qualities that you're looking for in the other person, do you possess it? 3, do you know who you are and what you're looking for in the first place? 4, what is your foundation? Do you have a foundation? Right? We didn't even talk about the other person just yet. Do you think it was joy when you can show off your skill to recite? No, Nechi, it was not joy. It was, you know what it was? It was exhausting because I was trying to, it's like I was almost trying to prove to the other person what I knew. And it was exhausting because I was still working rather than resting in the finished work. I was working for the finished work rather than resting in the finished work. Follow what I'm saying? Listen, I get it. I done been through, listen, if I told you guys a story, you'd be like, man, are you still talking about this stuff? Yes, because God is real, bro. What's going on, Rim Yee, man? Love the font, man. How you feeling? Arushan said they feeling much better, man. That's love, man. Love it. Love it. Love it. So those are the 4 things. That's the 4 things that we start out with our relationship goals. Those are the 4 things we start out with relationship goals. All right. Um, I think you have to start there. And then I think you're gonna be busy even with those 4 things. I think those 4 things are gonna make you very busy. What do you guys think? Do you think those 4 things are easy to reconcile? Put a 1 in the chat. If you think that those things are a struggle to reconcile just yet for yourself, put a 2 in the chat. Remyi says, I'm McLovin you. Well, bro, we love you back, brother. Thank you, God, and you. Listen to Rushan. You know we got you. You know we got you. Remyi say, what's wrong? Wife left? No, bro. We doing this for the people, man. What? Come on, Remyi. He said, what's wrong? Wife left? Not yet, bro. She here. Okay, so C7 says 2. Okay. Remyi was going through a rough situation, but he's not Remyi, Arushan, but Arushan say he's feeling better. What's okay? 2. Got you. One, given I have pushed to superhuman capability at many points in my life, everything is possible with God. Okay, so are you saying, Greed, that numbers 1 through 4, you've already checked those boxes and you're ready to deal with the other person? Um, all those boxes. That's the question. Rimyi says, Nechi, I am. Okay. Yeah, I guess we were just trying to understand your question, Rimyi, when you said, did my wife leave? I'm going to be listening while I'm doing step climber. Do your thing, bro. No, but that's no, but that it's easy to work on. Okay, I got you. I got you. Okay. You know what? What? Rimyi, bro, you all right today, bro? You doing okay? You said it's easy to work on. Okay. So, any questions about those 4 things that we just put in the chat? Any questions about the 4 things that we just put in the chat? All right. We're gonna give them an opportunity. Remy, we're not sure what you're saying, brother. We have a topic. You can come in and join the topic. If it ain't your flavor, keep swiping, baby. We won't hate you. You understand? But we're on a topic. All right. So, any questions about those 4 things? Any questions about the 4 things that we just mentioned in terms of yourself, what you need to work on within you to make sure that you are suitable for what you're looking for? That's important. Any question, you can put it here in the comments. It looks like, let me look at the poll question. It looks like uh on the poll vote, it looks like it's 82% say relationships are hard. Wow. Okay, 82%. What is the other two? God, smelling good. Uh okay, hold on. Let me go in order. What is the other two? The other two is, do you know who you are, so that you then know what you're looking for, and the qualities that you are looking for, do you possess them? That's the other two. Fourth, biggest question for us all: where's a good place to start with making these changes? Uh, what is a good place to start when making these changes? Self reflection, being honest with yourself. This is the thing. This is the thing with this whole thing, y'all. We were talking about accountability earlier. We had a Discord call, and we were talking about accountability earlier as a group. And honesty with yourself is the only way you can be honest with someone else. If you're not being honest with yourself, if you feel like you got it all together, you don't need to fix nothing, all you need to do is this and this, guess what? You're going backwards, my friend. Right? If I feel like I can't be wrong, there's no way my thinking can be flawed, I'm going backwards. I'm not going forward. The best place to start is self-reflection. Be in prayer. What in me needs to be removed, and what in me needs to be deposited? I would start with that question unto God. Do you ever think this work is ever done or lifelong? Nechi, great question. I think that um, when you talk about this work, I think the finished work is already finished by God. I think that when it comes to the work that you need foundationally, you can have that foundation. Um, it don't take that long to get the foundation part. It all depends on where you're at, right? As far as working on yourself is a lifelong process. And we will never get to the highest version of who we should be until we go on to glory, family. But that's okay. That's the beauty of it. That's why you can't get bored because you're just going and growing. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's beautiful. Lightweight Ryan, let's go, let's grow. What's up, bro? Let's go, C7. I see you. Thank you. Just wanted to say it again. My pleasure, bro. My pleasure, bro. This is who I am, bro. So me, it being who I am, it doesn't take a lot of becoming something else to say what I'm saying. It flows out because it's in here. You feel me? The mouth speaks what the heart is full of. So listen to yourself talk. You'll find out what's in here when you pay attention to what's coming out of here. Hello. He just wants us to try. That's all. Oh, I can't. Oh, I can't say no, but I can say yes, like earlier on the way. Okay. On the way, listen, on the way is great, right? You know, it's beautiful. Every starting point is beautiful. Why? Because it means you're getting ready to start, right? The only way you lose is when you give up, right? Giving up is the only way to lose. But other than that, you always got a chance. You always got a chance. You understand what I'm saying? Listen, people thought relationship goals was going to be something different. I get it. I got it. But go bad. So who's got questions, man? Who's got more questions? It's a lifelong process, right? But it don't take your whole life to get some of this stuff. Nechi, I do not. I don't think so, Nechi. Giving up is hard once you start. Uh, I mean, it should be fourth wall, but I mean, you'd be surprised at some of the stories I hear when when I'm doing life coaching and stuff. I hear different. I hear different than that. You know, some people really just want to give up, bro. So I try to be understanding that everyone doesn't think like me. You know, give her the same answer. Yeah, I don't think so. Nechi. Matter of fact, this is the thing. If they really believe, I don't think so. If they just straddling the fence and they in and out, they can work. They work with everything. But if they're really about what they believe, that's going to be a priority in their search, in their relationship findings. That'll be at the top of the list. God tells us to not be unreal. If two married become one and they don't believe the same, it falls. Right, right. She's devout and her partner isn't as enthusiastic. I told her it's a no go. It is her. It is it her. It's not her husband. It's her like boyfriend. Right? It's her boyfriend. That commercial. Where your boyfriend at? Is it her boyfriend? I agree with that. Greed. Unequally yoked. You know what's funny about unequally yoked, right? Unequally yoked can work in every situation. How can two walk together unless they agree? That's even friendship, guys. I'm not saying you and your friend have to believe 100% the same thing. But if you have a friend and you guys are on two different pages, it probably won't work long term. And then what's going on? Boyfriend, but talking about marriage. Okay. So Nechi, I mean, some of that depends on if they're already doing marital things, you know? You know what I'm saying? A lot of that depends on that too. Like some people can't make decisions when they're blinded by the light. You understand that? Some people are, if you're already, you know, you understand what I'm saying? Okay, I got you. All right. Well, in that case, then she can make a rational decision. Uh, and then we've been on for an hour and 15 so far, and then we talking about relationship goals, but it's all good. My friends are all celibate. Greed got the joke. He did. Okay, I got you. So then they can definitely make the right decision. By the way, shout out to Kunal. Kunal and One both joined the Discord today. Shout out to One and Kunal for joining the Discord today, man. We're glad to have you, brothers. So I'm here now. Okay, welcome. NM, welcome, welcome. So blinded by the light as well. Right. Greed, listen, you gotta say it in a way that can be digested without going all the way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still answering questions about what we just spoke on. When it comes to relationships, hi bro, how you doing, man? Um, Foundation is very important. So let me ask y'all this. You ready? Y'all ready for it? You ready? You ready? Let me ask y'all. Somebody asked me a question actually. Was it? I think it was C7. C7 said, "What should my relationship, or what is my relationship built on?" I think you asked me that. I believe in loyalty, and I left a 20-year-old friendship because of her lack of fidelity to her husband. Core values are very important. A 20-year-old friendship. That means you ain't playing the radio. I like it. I like it. I'm pretty good. I'm doing pretty well too, man. What should we call you, bro? No, no. I would love to call you by something, but I don't speak the language. So what should we call you, brother? C7 said, yeah, C7. The answer was God, bro. Foundation can't be moved, can't be shaken. This is the beautiful part. I'm gonna give y'all a little snippet. I just got it in my brain. Y'all ready? You ready? You ready? When your foundation is unmovable, then you will know who's off track because they move. Right? You got that? Right? If your foundation is immovable, then you will know who's moving because the foundation ain't moving nowhere. Does that make sense? No foundation, we don't know what's going on. We don't understand what's going on. It's a free for all. You play Call of Duty, free for all. That's exactly what it is. No foundation is a free for all. It's Call of Duty. It's free for all. Nuketown 24/7. That's what it is. Chaos. Don't worry. The cupcake phase will blind you into not realizing that no foundation is Nuketown 2025 24/7 free for all with the AK-74U. My favorite one, by the way, y'all. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? Hey, you know how chaotic Nuketown is. You know what I'm saying? By the way, which celebrity have you seen? What do you mean by that? Which celebrity have I seen? You know how Nuketown. I love Nuketown. You know how Nuketown is close quarters. You got two sides, right? You go in the middle. It's almost like a death trap, right? Right? And bullets are flying everywhere. When you don't have a foundation, you're setting your relationship up for a free for all Nuketown. It's chaos, things flying all over the place. Not good for a relationship. Used to be one of my favorite maps, super high kill. Yes, it's a very fun map. My favorite. I used to play with my nephews, and we would do shoddy snipes. So we would make the guns only a sniper and a shotgun, and that was the gameplay. So we kind of like copied Halo. when you had Shoddy Snipes in Halo. We did Shoddy Snipes in Nuketown. Super fun. Super fun. All right. Um, yeah, I used to be cold in Call of Duty back in the day, yo. Shields and knives. I hate knivers, bro. I hate like why would you you're in a war, you're running around with a knife. Like have you seen a celebrity by your own eyes? I have. I've seen some artists. Let me see. Let me see if they're super and then I'm not sure what the question is though, because like what like where do you like is that what like a relationship question or I've seen football players, if you want to call that a celebrity, but I'm still not sure. 1 versus 1, me on Black Ops 2, whole man. Do I have Black Ops 2? I do have Black Ops 2. Um, I mean, you don't want to run it, bro. Because see, look, if I beat you in that, I mean, what are you gonna do then? I mean, you're just not gonna. I mean, you may leave the Discord if I beat you on that. But Lil Plays, what up, Lil Plays? How you feeling, bro? Yeah, but check this out. C7. Nah, bro, look, we will have to do a small map so you don't be running. Do a small map so you don't be running. I feel like you're nice on Rebirth. What is Rebirth? Rebirth. I don't even know what that is. Gonna malfunction, exactly. You're bored, little DJ plays. The boy said, "Yo, so back to the subject for sure. Only play small maps. I only play small maps. Okay, that's good. That's good, brother. Baseball coaching, fifth and sixth grade pitch. Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Oh, Rebirth Island on Warzone. Rebirth Island. Bro, I don't even know what that is, bro. I'm I haven't been on the game in a while, bro. To be honest. I haven't been on the game in a while. But it don't take that long to get my skills back up. You know what I'm saying? It's muscle memory. You know what I'm saying? I used to be cold, man. My name is Cold Blooded 621 on Xbox. Cold Blooded 621. Can you do calisthenics? Yes, I like to do pull-ups, push-ups. Yesterday I did 100 shorties. You know, like the jail style push-ups. I did 100 shorties yesterday. The jail style push-ups. I used to love Warzone, but it never loved me back. It happens like that. Last COD I played was 2018. Yeah, the rust is rusting, bro. The rust is rusting. How do you navigate a healing wrist? What is the damage to the wrist? Well, you can always do like band exercises. Put the band on here and then move in all the different planes of movement. So move it that way, put the band over here, move it that way, put it on the bottom, move it that way. And really you strengthen it. Let me be honest with you. You strengthen your bone density by lifting weights. Not super heavy to start, but eventually you strengthen your bone density by lifting weights. Fractured wrist, but weights are hard for me. I'm scared to try a push up. Nechi, I think you need to get you a couple dumbbells and start doing a little dumbbell work. They don't got to be super heavy, but just start. Am I playing too much video games if my muscles start twitching out the blue? Is it your eyes? I use a rice bucket for forearm. It helps so much. What does the rice bucket do, Greed? Put us on, bro. What is a rice bucket? Oh, oh yeah. I'm just letting fear stop me. Yeah, just do a little bit. You're gonna increase your bone density. You're gonna increase your bone density. Or your arms are twitching. Little DJ, you may be playing a little too much. Um, it's very, very possible. Very possible. There's something called I think they call it what carpal tunnel. People be getting from playing too much. something I've seen before. Your hands start you know, kind of like cramping almost. It's almost like a cramp in your hand. You know what I'm saying? Muscle atrophy is when you're not, usually it means when you're not using the muscle for a long time. And so, for instance, let's say you break your left leg. Well, you take your cast off and your muscle probably atrophied because it didn't get any of the daily movements of walking. You weren't able to lift weights on it. You weren't able to stand up in the shower on it because you had a cast. So your muscle atrophied. It kind of, it's almost like your muscle is starting to disappear. If I had to put it in simpler terms, getting easier to do overhead press for shoulders, 90 pounds, fourth wall. That's beastly, bro. I use a 5 gallon bucket of rice. I push my hand into the rice about 8 inches deep, rotate my hands, grip the rice, extend my fingers, so on and so forth. It's been the best workout for my forearms. That's definitely, it definitely sounds like a effective way. Um, my muscles just push out like how the Rock can dance his. That's what my arms do. He said how the Rock dances his tits. Pretty funny. I get what you're saying though. Your arms is twitching. Is it? I thought that was beginner level. Are you talking about dumbbells, fourth wall? Are you talking about 90-pound dumbbells? Or are you talking about 90 pounds total? My biceps got used to doing incline and I need to switch it. What do you mean biceps? Incline? Incline what? Your biceps got used to doing incline what? Incline bench? I'm confused, bro. Incline. I learned it from an Asian guy. I used to live back in the day. I agree with that. I agree with that. I totally agree with that. Fourth wall says barbell. So you're talking about the barbell is 45 pounds. So are you saying that you add 35 pounds? Hold on, what did I say? Did you add 45 pounds on it? My bad. The bar is 45. So you add 45 on the bar? Net, you have a video for triceps. Incline chest, like it used to hurt my biceps. The biceps, it used to hurt your biceps? Incline? Why would incline hurt your biceps? Why would incline hurt your biceps? I'm not understanding. I've been eating too much chicken and salad lately. Why do you say that, bro? You're saying you're not getting enough carbs? 2 plates, 45 on each side, not four, but two. No, I think that's a good weight. But fourth wall, the bar is 45 too, bro. So if you're doing 2 plates on, if you're doing a 45 on each side, that's 90. And if you're doing the bar, it's 35. So that's 135, brother. Lil D, make sure you're drinking enough water. Yeah, that's another thing. You might be dehydrated, Lil D. Or Lil DJ. Lil DJ. My bad. Next, why you call that man? Sometimes we game and forget to take breaks. That's right. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. The weights I use to decline from my chest would hurt my biceps and my chest, but none of it hurts anymore. Huh. Back in February, I was 175. Now I'm 195. Lil DJ, are you building muscle or are you just gaining weight? Would you say? But did we get some good information today? What do y'all think? Did we get some good relationship information? What do y'all think, man? Did we do the darn thing or what? I forgot the bar. The bar is 45, bro. Can't forget the bar. The bar is weight. Right? Did anybody remember rule number 1? What's up? That's what's up, Reed. I appreciate that, man. Right now, we're just finding out our tribe, man. We're just finding out our tribe. You know what I'm saying? Rule number one, fourth wall got it. Smell good. Listen, listen. If you ain't smelling good, it don't even matter that you're doing all that other stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like saying, man, I've been praying, but I got bad breath. So I've been praying, and now I'm about to go to the girl and be like, God bless you. No, no. God fix. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying, right? Rayon, what up? How you been, bro? Did you always have the name Rayon or did you change it? I used to be able to lift 160. Now I don't know. Well, get back to it. Little DJ, little DJ, play the game a little less. Maybe play the game a little less and maybe start hitting the weights a little bit, you know? I'm not telling you what to do, just consider it. Rayon. Was your name different before? Or did you always have the name Rayon? Just change the spelling of it. Oh, okay, got you. Got you. How much you bench? I don't max out on bench. I'm not a max out guy. You know, like people like to post, oh, I had a PR. Not me, bro. It's just not my thing. I don't I live for hypertrophy. I don't live for to tell my buddy that I had a PR. I don't. I'm not knocking you if you live for PRs. I just don't do it. I like something that feels challenging to my body and I work with that. So I don't lift heavy bench anymore. It'll ruin your rotator cuff. And I want to be whole, man, before I'm old, man. Doctor told me to stop eating junk, but it's hard. Fortnite Rocket League is a little DJ. You may need to go on a fast, brother. Got to take care of a hygiene routine tells much about a person. That's right. Listen, there's a saying that I heard a coach say. He says that you are what your habits are. If you want to be different, if you want to feel different, fix your habits and you'll be different. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever felt like you might have messed something up without realizing it? Rayon, absolutely. But be a little more specific, bro. That way I can kind of C7 say, we believe in you. That's right. Yeah, little DJ, man. You got this, bro. A little bit at a time. Let's go. It can be anything. Sure. I mean, you could definitely feel like that. Um, the beautiful part is you can keep working at it. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, you can keep working at it. Rayon, you said fast. No way. I was talking earlier at work about fasting next week. Listen, we've been doing. Matter of fact, I called it a challenge, but it was really a fast away from certain kind of music. How did you guys do with that? Did you guys the ones that did it? Did you guys feel any type of way by staying off of the music and the imagery? Anybody? Did anybody feel different? C7 said you felt different. What did you feel, C7? What did you feel, brother? Like I got so angry. I've been changed from that. I don't know if it's from being homeless or being put in my place going to church with the Lord. Hey, little DJ, man, I'm glad you're feeling better, bro. I'm glad you're feeling better. I'm glad you're feeling better. Fourth wall says, "Yeah, I won the day you gave the challenge." Okay, I'm glad it was something that was. So, what do you listen to on a day to day basis? Fourth wall, if I may ask. Reed says, "I haven't really listened to music avidly in years. so it made not much change for me. Okay, so you don't listen to music? Not that I don't, I'm disagreeing. I'm just trying to understand. My ego also went away. C7. I mean, come on, bro. C7, come on, bro. Music that pumps me up according to YouTube. Oh, you don't listen to me? Okay. And what about the imagery? What about any imagery that is contrary to your belief? Did you challenge it? I see someone even music and I've stayed away from it a long time. Hey, that's healthy. That's healthy. That's healthy. I'm on a treadmill now, but I'm still here to the hunt without a break. Not to brag, but I'm happy I was able to get. Hey, Raphael, get it in, baby. Hey, we running with you on the treadmill, baby. Let's go. Let's go. The challenge has been dot dot dot. It has been what? You got a point, little DJ. Little DJ got a point. Little DJ says, "Little baby, good rapper, but not. He goes to prison." You're right about that, bro. You're right about that. You are right about that. Thank you, Lit. Indeed, he is, but I think Jay Monte is more for me now. Wow. Did you guys see that? Wow. Do you guys see what C7? Netchi, do you see C7? First time I put on an angry song, I cried. What gives? You might be changing, my friend. For imagery, rebranded everything and removed my old demon photo. I have noticed a difference there. Hey, listen. The world is obsessed with big changes. God is obsessed with little changes. You and me have to get more used to celebrating little victories. Everything doesn't have to be a big victory. Everybody wants to hear this big, long, extravagant story. Like I'm supposed to get on here and be like, yo, I've been to jail 4 times. You know what I mean? I've been shot at. I got 5 bullets in my leg. Da 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 da. Listen, listen. I didn't go through all that. I went through a lot, but not that. Everybody wants to hear this big, extravagant story. Celebrate every win within your capacity. I don't care what it is. Celebrate. Why? Because life is something to be celebrated. I don't care if you didn't go through a whole lot, right? You're going through something right now. When you come up out of that thing, you celebrate that. Okay? You don't wait till you get this big, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? IPL shorts. Much love right back to you, IPL shorts. God looks at the smallest detail. That's right. Greed says, I love Brandon Lake for sure. And guess what, y'all? We have a faith playlist inside of Discord where I'm starting to drop some of the songs I listen to upon request. So I started dropping some of the gym bangers, car bangers. You know what I'm saying? And this is mostly hip hop stuff that you can work out to, but it's with the message. It's not with mess, it's with a message. See what I did there? You know what I'm saying? I've dropped a few good ones in there too. I saw that. I don't even know how you did because you're supposed to. I don't even understand how you did it, bro. Grow gang. That's right. The devil wants you because he screwed up and wants to be there. You're right about that little DJ. That is a fact. Yeah, look, what's his name? I have also listened. Great song. Listen. Remember, all of those people used to make songs the other way, and now they're making them differently. This is why music is about content, right? What are you listening to? What are you plugging into? I think Netchi asked earlier, you say you listened to an angry song and you cried. Maybe because you're growing and your spirit doesn't have the capacity for that kind of angry music anymore. Oh man, I can just share the song from YouTube Music straight to the Discord channel specifically. Okay, I got you. Thomas Rhett, country singer. Okay, I couldn't believe I felt that much. I felt that much anger. Most people don't know they're asleep, Netch, until somebody like me comes and I start knocking at the door. Oh snap! I knocked too hard. You know what I'm saying? Most people don't know. Hey, there's better, there's change, there's growth, right? Until somebody comes and tells them. I'm just a whistleblower. That's all. Or flow rider, all about parties. Little DJ, you funny, man. You so funny, bro. Yeah, sometimes people don't know when they're in a cycle. They don't know that they're in the cycle. You know what I'm saying? They don't know that they're in a whirlwind, in a hurricane. They don't know that. They're just rolling, 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 rolling. How did you know your wife was the one? Ooh, that's a good question. Elevation worship. I like them. How did I know my wife was the one? Great question. I knew my wife was the one when my parents have never agreed that someone was the one. My mom definitely ain't think nobody was the one because I mean, you would have swear that nobody could make it. My dad would be like, he would be nice, but he just would never confirm, hey, that's the one. My mom and my dad both said that's the one. That was number one. Mom and my dad, and I prayed and asked for a sign, and that was my sign. My mom and my dad have never said that's the one. That was what I prayed for, got my sign. That was one. I still was like, hey man, is this real still? Like, me back in the day, I was like, bro, is that you, God? Like, hey, can you come tell me directly? Can me and you talk? And the other thing that I knew, or how I knew she was the one, was not only did she look like a wife, well, when I saw her, I said, she looks like a wife, man. It was weird. It was kind of weird. I was like, man, she looks like a wife. Um, but also, like my wife likes to say, do they make you a better person? She makes me a better person. She encourages me to love God, right? She encourages me to be a better person. And by no means, that's not perfection. Because not even me or anyone else is perfect. But the reality is, do they make you better or do they make you better? So are they willing to have a foundation with you in Christ? That was huge for me. That was a deal breaker. Like if the answer is no, then I'm not mad at you, but it ain't gonna work. You know, you got to know who you are, and you got to know whose you are. And at that point, I was dead set on what I wanted. So um, God confirmed it through my family. God confirmed it through my family. Number one, and number two, um, she makes me a better person, and she has a foundation with God with me. Okay. And don't get me wrong, I'm not sitting over here saying that there's never been struggles. I'm not saying any of that. But I'm gonna tell y'all something that I haven't told anybody online. Okay. Um, I've been married. I think this year. Matter of fact, I mean, hopefully she's not around this year because I don't want to get the date right wrong or the years wrong. But I want to say this year is 12 years married for me, guys. 12 years married this year for me. Same for me. No faith in the Father will turn me away immediately. For sure. And don't get me wrong, by the way, Greed, when I met her, she wasn't a Christian, by the way. When I met her, she was not a Christian. She became a Christian while we were dating, sir. That's another thing. I'm single because I can't trust no garden tools. What is this guy saying? Garden tools. Uh, Amen. It's so important to pay attention to the signs God gave you for sure. 12 years, oh my God, for sure. Thank you, Raphael. I appreciate you. I can share one song, but it's not Christian music, but no swear promoting. It's off a video game. It's a great song. I work too. Okay. Okay, bro. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm sharing it with the family, Grow Gangers, right? Um, and yeah, appreciate you, Fourth Wall. I don't really say these things, you guys, because I don't want to make it about me. I don't want to make it about me. I say it as an example that it's possible. I say it as an example that it's possible. I wish I could one day find the love you have acquired in life, respect for you for the 12 years ago. Uh, I really had to find out who I was. And that took a lot of soul searching. But when you start to be honest with yourself, you're not going to be perfect. You're going to continue changing as time goes on. You're going to continue changing. The stuff that I held dear to me before, I don't hold dear anymore. I grew up. I started to realize that life is not all black and white. When I met my wife, she was not a believer. She was more agnostic. In fact, the first question she asked me was this is the question she asked me, you guys. She said, if God is real, then who made God? She asked me that. If God is real, then who made God? That was her question. Now, if I was a religious bot, Brent the Beast, what up, Brent? You're an example of what we haven't tried. I'm just trying to be the best I can be, right? She asked the question, if God is real, who created God, right? If I was a religious bot, I would have found a scripture and been like, hey, why are you challenging? Why are you challenging the text? He's always been, he always was, right? And because I didn't want to be a religious bot, right? The answer that I had for her was what we call God is the uncaused first cause. So when you say who created God, that's because you don't understand what a God is. If you're asking the question who created God, then you don't understand that God is the only creator and can't be created. God is what we call the uncaused first cause. Does that make sense? So, guess what? Me telling her that showed her compassion. And she's like, man, you know, I've been in, only these type of circles before. And whenever I would ask a question, I would be looked at. I would be looked at as, you know, why are you asking questions, right? We as believers have to be open to people asking questions that make us uncomfortable. It should make you go study to have an answer. Season your words with salt. Be prepared to always have an answer. It made me study more to have answers for people rather than, oh, you shouldn't question. No, they should question it. Why? Because there's a whole lot of information in the world. And if you say you have the right information, I should be able to ask questions without you getting offended. And guess what? It made her realize that I was in it for the heart and I wasn't in it to be a religious bot. Oh man, you got to check your block list for me. Are you talking about a block list for YouTube? Can't really comprehend God's existence. Fourth wall, the whole creation question or being created. I think that if you're asking who created him, you are unaware that the uncaused first cause cannot be created. The uncaused first cause always was. Vegan is trying to comment, but it's not allowing her to. I'm hoping that's not happening to all viewers. Why is it not allowing people to comment, man? This is so weird. I don't understand that. I feel like weird things have been happening. I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist, but weird things have been happening. I don't understand it. Let me see. Vegans should not be on a block list, first of all. Um, it's auto deleting her comments. All right, let me see something. Community moderation. Live chat is on. Participation, anyone. Uh, I mean, community default. Everything is wide open. Um, Everything is wide open, guys. I have no idea why. Maybe I don't know why it would not be letting her. Maybe we can solve it after. Sure. Did she? Did vegan leave and maybe come back? Because I see everybody else's messages. Matter of fact, let's do roll call. Everyone in the chat, put a one in the chat so I can see your one in the chat, please. KBT, what's up? Put a one in the chat just so I can make sure I see everybody. So I see Raphael, I see Netchi, I see Fourth Wall. All right. KBT, I see Greed. Okay. DJM, I see DJM. Okay. So are they trying to message? I see, well, C7 is always going to be C7 is always going to be the odd one, but we still love C7, man. So I'm not sure. We're going to check that. There's no way they're on a block list because I've never seen them before. But yeah, C7. C7 is just a different type of characters, y'all. It's a different type of characters. Um, but yeah, we'll fix that. We'll fix that, Netchi. We'll check that out and see what's going on with that. She put a one. I can't even see her. That's so weird, man. Look at that. You know what else I've noticed on YouTube, guys? I've noticed that when vertical live streaming first came out, uh, they kind of let you sent screenshots on Discord. When vertical live streaming first came out, right? Um, I feel like they throttled vertical live streaming. Like it used to be a lot more exposure. I mean, it was crazy when I first started. When I first started, it was crazy how much exposure you were getting, and I feel like people started growing too fast, and I feel like they slowed it down a little bit. To be honest with you, I do feel like that. See, nobody even sees. That's weird. Do they have anything weird in their name that could keep them from possibly? We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Hit that nail on the head. Greed. Are you talking about them throttling it? I also noticed that if you start your live stream from the scheduled live stream, I also noticed how it won't give you as the same amount of exposure as well. But it's okay. Listen, the right people are here. I love it. Where two or three are gathered, guess what? We all in it, baby. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. This is my nephew, y'all. Bezra. He's gonna make us a Grow Gang song, y'all. Nephew's gonna work on a Grow Gang song for us, man. It's coming. This song is called 1 Corinthians 13. Love is the greatest. Yeah, he gonna work on it. Stay tuned. I gave him like a theme of kind of what I want it to be based off another song. So is it morning, Bezra? It is about 7 p.m. in the afternoon, Bezra. Let's go, let's grow. That's right. Listen, we're gonna ride that song right back. We're gonna replay it. So listen, I'm opening up the floor for anybody with any relationship questions. Uh, it can be a question relating to yourself or a question relating to someone else. Nettie, you asked a good question. I think I answered it with how I knew my wife was my wife. Listen, people say, what does this have to do with fitness? Everything. Relationships are a part of being whole. Healthy relationships also give you a healthy mentality. It gives you a healthy mental space. It gives you some peace. It gives you love. So healthy relationships have to do with wholeness. Mental fitness is so ignored. That's right. That's why I'm here. Let's go. I got a girl's Insta because I'm like that, bro. Okay. Do you smell good, KBT? You got her Insta, but do you smell good, bro? Do you smell like that? I'm just playing with you, bro. Little DJ, you didn't miss much, bro. We just cooling. Jay, how you doing, brother? Mental fitness is very neglected. Check this out. Do you guys know how the whole man came about? It came about because this is what I saw. I saw fit people depressed and addicted, and I saw spiritual people out of shape with no motivation to take care of their temple. That's how the whole man got started. We saw, I saw people in great shape, right? Great blood samples, great urine samples, but depressed and addicted. And then on the flip side, I saw people that were spiritual but had no care for their temple. So I asked God about it. I'm like, God, is that how it's supposed to be? Like either or? He's like, nah, you could be whole. Let's go. Jay, let's go. Let's grow, baby. Let's go. Let's go. That's right. That's right, Raphael. Hey, the only way to go is up, baby. Let's grow. That's right. You know what I'm saying? So just that deficit wholeness is going to take time for people to catch on. This is something that I'm aware of. It's going to take time for people to catch on to being able to talk about physical fitness, mental fitness, spiritual fitness, because usually it's either or, right? Usually it's either or. But I believe that we can be whole, y'all. What do y'all think? If you think we could be whole, go ahead and drop a lightning bolt emoji in the chat. If you think we can be whole, if you think we can be whole, drop a lightning bolt in the chat. KBT, yeah, I don't know. I say drop a lightning bolt. He's talking about cheat, like, bro. KBT, you know we love you, bro, but come on, man. That's right. Lightning bolt, right? And guess what? The other day, you guys told me, you guys were like, yo, we need more people like you, right? You remember that? I think Greed said it. Netchi said it. We need more people like you. And guess what I thought about in my mind? You guys are those people. Yeah. Yeah. You guys are those people. Reproduction, man. You guys are those people. We're learning about wholeness and we're going to get it, man. You know why? Because we're going to keep going and we're going to keep growing. We're going to keep going and growing, baby. That's why. It's another one of his joints right here. You guys know the beginning of this song, right? You know the beginning of the song, right? I am unwritten. I see them bolts flying. Let's go. Listen, we come here and we charge up, baby. That's what we do. We charge up, baby. Let's go. Hey, you got it, bro. Do your thing, Raphael, man. Appreciate you coming by, bro. Yeah, you might have to do that, Nechi. One more like from 20, y'all. Let's go, let's grow. That's right, Ralphie. He didn't like my AC 130. What is AC 130? AC 130. What's that? Arushan, hit that like button. We almost at 20. Don't forget to smash the like button. Your AC 130 sound put a migraine in my head. Oh, yeah, yeah. You're talking about earlier. I got you. I got you. I get it now. Royalty has entered the chat. Viking woman coming out. She coming in with blows. Viking woman. We've been on here for 2 hours. We've been talking about relationships. You may have to catch the replay. It was epic. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. AC 130 is a gunship. You know, I don't even know the names of those things. I just use them. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know the names of all these things. Warship, chopper gunner. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? All I know is KD spread. That's the only thing I know. I just know the KD spread. That's it. And my favorite sniper. My favorite gun is the AK-74U. It's my favorite gun. It was a perk in Modern Warfare. Oh, okay, I got you. It was a perk in Modern Warfare. Okay. I wasn't really a Modern Warfare guy. I'm a Black Ops guy. Black Ops. You know what I'm saying? Black Ops guy. So listen, family. Listen. We hit 20 likes. We've been running for 2 hours. We've been running for 2 hours, y'all. It's about that time. I gotta go and take the fam to the park. We're gonna try to do a little fun family cardio as a family. Stay active. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? A family that lifts together. I'm just playing. Ain't no line for that, Joe. But we lift together. We go together. You know what I mean? Nettie, please don't I care about C7, you good, bro. She just joking, bro. Relax. This cat goes from like little baby to Brian McKnight in 3 seconds. What's going on with you, C7? One moment the guy's talking greasy, the next moment he's like he's singing. He's singing. Love you, whole man. Hey, we love you too, bro. But we just noticed it. One moment, one he is a baby. Yeah, true. He talking about the baby. You are a baby. I like that. Um, but yeah, we're gonna head to the park. I'm gonna have, you know, y'all go in Discord, chop it up. Don't forget, we're gonna be doing it's the message, bro. I mean sarcastic. I got you, bro. I got you. We're gonna be doing the live show. Listen, tap in. I don't want the live show to come and you guys say I never heard about it. The live show, we're gonna have a topic. People are gonna be able to call in from Discord. I'm gonna have my mic. I'm gonna have a mic connected to me, and I have a mic connected to Discord. Hey, appreciate you, Viking woman. Um, we we're going to have a mic connected to Discord. We're going to have a mic connected to myself, and we're going to give everybody a number to call in and voice their opinion on the topic so that we can hear it on live stream and we can have a conversation on live. So tap into it. So far, Friday is leading the way. Um, it won't be this Friday, but it'll be Friday. It'll be next week. So pick the date in Discord. That way we know. And yeah, we're about to do it as a family. We're gonna do content as a family. He saw no reason to keep his guard up. You're touching his soul. And thank you, C7. There you go, Greed. There you go. You're right, bro. I went for the heart. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, listen, I appreciate everybody that came by and spent time with me, man. I really do. I appreciate you for spending time with me. I hope you got something out of it. If you watch it on the replay, if you got any questions, leave a comment on the replay. Listen, this is just my thoughts, obviously. If you think I missed something, put it in the comments. But all in all, I want you look yourself in the mirror. You tell yourself, no matter what you're going through, you tell yourself, let's go. Let's grow. Let's go. Let's grow, man. Listen, love y'all. I see you on the next stream. I see my Discord family in Discord. I appreciate everything. I hope you got something out of it. Lightning bolts up, grow gang up. Whole man out. Let's go.